Lentils with chorizo, a super tasty dish and also very complete, don't miss it. Hello, I'm Vidi, this is Grandma's Kitchen, and today we bring you a traditional recipe. A recipe from my home, as always, lentils with chorizo. I'm going to follow the recipe my grandma used to make, which is super simple, and you get an amazing legume dish. Don't miss it, let's get started. Well, as always, the first thing will be the ingredients. Here we go, 200 grams of pardina lentils, 1 chorizo more or less, about 120 grams of fresh chorizo, 1 carrot, 1 medium-sized onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 potato, 2 teaspoons sweet paprika, 1 bay leaf, olive oil, 1 liter of water, and of course the salt. As you can see, the ingredients are super simple, and it's very likely you have all of them at home. Simple ingredients, and also inexpensive. As always, I remind you that I also leave the ingredients listed in detail below in the description box. And if not, you already know. Just hit pause, grab a pen and paper, and write them down directly from the screen. In the end, it won't take you much time, because there are only 11 super easy ingredients. Let's start the recipe. Look at these lentils I have, they're the pardina type. What's the advantage of pardina lentils? You don't need to soak them. You can cook them right away. If the lentils you're going to use are a different variety that needs soaking, then you know you'll have to leave them soaking overnight in cold water. In my case, I don't need to, so I'm just going to add water to clean them. To remove any trace of dirt that we might find on the legumes themselves. Here we go, let's give it a good shake. And then, you drain the water we used to clean them, and the lentils will be ready to work with. Next step, also easy. We're going to chop the garlic into small pieces, little by little, little by little. We're going to chop the garlic until it's quite fine. As you can see in the picture. Here, use 2 garlic cloves. I'll tell you again what I always say. If you don't like garlic that much, just add less. Add half, or add 1, or figure it out your own way. I like it, so I'm using 2 garlic cloves, just like my grandmother did. Next step, the onion. The onion is really important. We need a whole onion. If it's a medium onion, that's fine. If it were a really, really big onion, half would be enough. And we're going to chop it into small pieces. Take your time, because the key to this recipe is the onion. Once the lentil stew with chorizo is finished, you shouldn't even be able to find any small pieces of onion on the plate. Here we go, let's chop it little by little. Alright, we've almost got half an onion done, and right away, we'll do the other half. Next step, let's peel the carrot and cut it into pieces. Come on, I recommend using a peeler, like the one I used, a potato peeler. And once you have it well peeled, we're going to cut it into small cubes. As you can see in the image, it's basically cutting the carrot into 4 pieces and then slicing it. Alright, let's start with the pot. A generous splash of olive oil, and in this oil we're going to brown our garlic and our onion. In goes the garlic. We're going to add the garlic first. And now we wait a few seconds, and the garlic starts to turn golden. It's ready. See anything yet? 20-25 seconds. And as soon as the garlic starts to sizzle and get some more yellow color, we add the onion. In goes our finely chopped onion. We give it a stir so it mixes with the garlic and the oil. And we're going to have our onion here until it's well sautéed, until it's transparent and soft. As soon as it starts to get some color, we'll add the carrot that we chopped earlier. Now in go the carrot pieces. A pinch of salt, which will make the sautéing process faster because the onion, as chefs say, sweats. And now, we'll patiently wait until the onion is nicely browned. In the meantime, let's take the opportunity to start chopping. The chorizo. We need a chorizo that's tender, not too cured. As you can see, this one is quite soft, so it's perfect for this dish. And we want it like this, because we don't want to end up with a super hard chunk of meat inside our lentils. We'll cut it into slices like the one I showed you in the picture. And in the meantime, the pot will keep browning our onion and our carrot. It's been about 10 minutes, and this is how it looks now. Now it's time to add the chorizo. We add it. We give it a stir, and we're going to leave it in there for a couple of minutes so it can release its fat. And also the part with paprika that it has. What are we going to do in the meantime? Well, we're going to start peeling the potato, in this case with a peeler, which is a really great invention. Because it saves us a ton of time, and it saves us the trouble of cutting a finger with a knife. We make the most of the whole potato since this peeler lets you waste almost nothing. You get a super thin peel, you see? Just like you see in the image, like cigarette paper. There you go. We cut the potato, we've washed it beforehand, and into small cubes, like this more or less. If you want bigger potatoes, you can easily make them. Ideally, the potato should be cut into small wedges to eat with the lentils. Well, more or less, this takes about 12 minutes. Our onion is nice and soft, well sautéed, so this is the perfect time to add the paprika, 2 teaspoons of sweet paprika. What are we going to do? We're going to stir it for 20 seconds so the paprika gets just a little toasted. Don't leave it any longer, or it'll burn. And now we add the lentils, well washed and well drained. Let's give the lentils a touch. So they soak up the fat and the flavor of the chorizo and that paprika. Add the paprika before adding the liquid in which our lentils will cook. Alright, let's leave it. Just a minute at most, and then straight into the water. We stir it a little. You see? Now we'll add the liter of water, and also our bay leaf branch, which will help give flavor to our stew, and also an incredible aroma. We cover it and cook for 40 minutes on low heat. Well, the first half hour of cooking has passed, so I'm going to adjust the salt. And that's it. For me, it needed a bit more, that's all. And as we go, we cover it and continue. "40 minutes have already passed, so we add the potatoes to finish the dish. We add them now because if we had put them in from the beginning, they would cook much faster than the lentils and would fall apart. So in go the potatoes. It's already salty enough, so we don't add any more salt. In my case, I'll add a splash of water since I think it needs more. We stir. This is easy, my friends. We have 20 minutes left of cooking on low heat to get the traditional dish you see in the picture. A super complete legume dish, following my grandma's recipe. You can see the stew, it turns out really good. Everything well cooked, the lentils, the potatoes, the carrot, and super aromatic. So here you have the dish, grandma's lentils, lentils with chorizo. The last step is serving an individual portion. To plate it, and to take it straight to the table. Here it goes, with its pardina lentils, its piece of chorizo, and its well-cooked potato. And its bay leaf. Well, that's all. Friends, if you like the recipe, give me a like. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications. And why not? Follow me on Instagram. A perfect yeah.